If you're a new contractor and you want your phone ringing with exclusive leads within the next 48 hours, without a big budget, without years of reviews, and without a perfect website, this is the exact framework that's going to make that happen. Most new contractors assume they need all of those things before they can even think about getting leads. So they spend their first year waiting for referrals, waiting for their website to rank, waiting for their phone to ring. Here's what nobody tells you when you're starting out. You don't need a massive budget. You don't need years of reviews to start getting real leads. You just need the right framework in the right order. My name is Spencer Wright, and I've helped over 100 home service contractors build predictable lead flow from scratch. And in this video, I'm breaking down the exact marketing framework that gets new contractors their first exclusive leads. Not shared, not recycled, not sold to 8 other guys within 48 hours of turning it on. When you're just starting out, the instinct is to assume that if you do good work, the leads will come. And eventually they do, through referrals, through word of mouth, through people who know someone who knows you. But here's the problem with that. Referrals only happen because trust has already been transferred. By the time that homeowner picks up the phone to call you, they already trust you. They're not shopping around. They're not comparing prices. They've basically already decided they're going with you. That's why referrals close so easily. Now, contrast that with a stranger seeing your business for the first time. They have zero trust. And in today's market, homeowners are skeptical. They've heard the horror stories, contractors disappearing, projects dragging on, bad workmanship. So what do? They hesitate, they wait, they put it off. And that hesitation is the gap between you and the leads you should be getting. The good news is trust isn't limited to referrals. You can build it intentionally through your ads, through your messaging, through what people see before they ever talk to you. When you do that right, cold strangers start acting like warm referrals. They show up kind of pre-sold. They push back less on price. They close faster. And that's the foundation of everything else we're going to be talking about. Once you understand trust is the real currency, you start to see why most new contractors get stuck. The first trap is relying on word of mouth. Referrals are amazing, but they are inconsistent. Some months you're slammed, other months, nothing. You can't plan, you can't hire, you can't grow. You're just reacting. So naturally, guys look for a shortcut. That's where platforms like Angi, HomeAdvisor, Thumbtack come in. And on paper, it sounds great. Pay per lead, get customers. But here's what's actually happening. I've talked to thousands of contractors at this point, and this story comes up over and over again. They sign up thinking they're going to get jobs quickly. Instead, they start chasing leads that don't pick up the phone. Literally, 8 out of 10 people do not answer the phone. And when someone does pick up, half the time it's, I don't remember filling anything out, or worse, yeah, you're like the 8th guy that's called me. Because what these platforms don't tell you up front, that lead you just paid for, it got sold to 5, 6, sometimes 8 other contractors at the exact same time. So now the homeowner is overwhelmed, they're frustrated, they're getting bombarded. And what do? They default to the only thing they can quickly and easily compare: price. Now you're in a race to the bottom. And meanwhile, you're getting charged for the leads that don't answer, don't remember opting in, or were never serious to begin with. And then you spend hours trying to get refunds that never come. So your real cost per legit actual opportunity, it's astronomical. And the worst part, you're not building anything. You're renting access to the same pool as everyone else. You get no assets, you don't grow your brand, and you have no control. You're just paying to compete over scraps. Real quick, if you're watching this and you're thinking, this is exactly what I need, but you don't want to figure it out all by yourself, that is exactly what I do. I build this entire system for you: the ads, the funnel, the qualification surveys, the follow-up, all of that. Done for you. If you want to apply to work with me to scale your business, the link is in the description below. All right, now let's get back into it. So if shared leads don't work and referrals don't scale, what do you actually do? You build your own system. And for new contractors, the best place to start is Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. And here's why. Google captures demand that already exists. Someone types in roofer near me or deck builder near me. or whatever contractor vertical you're in, they're ready, but they're also opening 5 to 10 other tabs. You're not getting an exclusive shot at that point. You're entering into a new bidding war, and those clicks are expensive. For a new contractor, that can burn your budget fast. Meta is different. Your ideal clients are already there, scrolling every single day. They're not actively shopping yet, but the project is on their mind. And when your ads hit the right way, they don't open 10 apps. They just click your ad, they read, they submit their survey, and that is a truly exclusive lead. But here's where most people mess this up. They use instant lead forms. One tap, autofill, and done. Sounds convenient, but it destroys your quality. I've seen this play out so many times. A contractor runs ads using instant forms, and technically it works. They get a bunch of leads, but the experience feels exactly like Angi or HomeAdvisor all over again. People don't pick up. They say, I don't remember doing that, or they're completely unqualified. And then they conclude meta ads don't work. But that's not true. The system worked exactly how it was designed to. It just wasn't designed properly. Because when you use instant forms, you train Meta's algorithm to find people who click everything, low intent, low quality. Now compare that to a real funnel where someone clicks your ad, goes to a landing page off of the platform, answers real questions about their project, timeline, scope, location. Now they have to think, they have to commit, and by the time they submit, that's a real lead. And here's the key. When you send that data back to the algorithm, you're training it to find you more people like that. So instead of getting worse over time, your leads get better. Your cost per qualified lead goes down. And suddenly, the guys who were skeptical of ads now are booked out for months. They're charging more. They're saying no to jobs they don't even want. That is the difference between volume and quality when you build the advertising system properly. So if you zoom out, this whole framework comes down to 3 things. Build trust before the conversation ever happens. Stop renting leads from platforms that put you in competition, and build your own system that generates exclusive opportunities. Because the contractors who win today aren't the ones who wait. They aren't the ones chasing shared leads. They are the ones who control the pipeline. And once you have that, everything changes. So there it is. The exact framework I'd use if I was starting a contracting business from scratch today. Build trust before the conversation starts. Stop renting leads from platforms that are working against you, and build your own system on Meta that generates exclusive leads for way cheaper than you would ever get them for a pay-per-click campaign on Google that are yours and yours only. So if you want more job calls, and you would want the entire system built out, fully done for you by me so that happens, click the link in the description to apply to work with me. And if you want to go deeper on any of the concepts we covered today, the trust framework, the qualification funnel, why Meta beats Google for home service contractors, I've got videos on all of it right here on this channel. So subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and go check out what's already there. Everything you need to build a lead generation system that actually works is right here.